long. I hate eggs. Actually, we had eggs for this breakfast.
We did. They were
Eggs
quite
Benedict.
Eggs Benedict wasn't bad at all. A cheeky 5 AM breakfast we had today. Here we are, though, going into our final best of 3 of the day, and a tantalizing prospect awaits. It's going to be mousesports versus Team Liquid, and mousesports on the T side are not slowing down at all. They're going very quickly towards outside, scrambling to get their smokes down here. How has there not been a single kill? Damage exchange, but mousesports have managed to get 5 players down towards Secret, and they're not slowing down. Yeah,
this is lovely. An alternative to diving down the vent, and this one equally as safe, at least for the mousesports players, but not for Frozen. Elige will draw first blood and a chance for a second, as well as he's got his eyes on Decon. Stewie responsible for the window and already tagging up the exit. Carrigan goes down, plucked out. This is being handled wonderfully by the CTs for now. Could get overwhelmed here. Twist does. 3 versus 1 as Woxic is left to his own devices. Elige is doing so much work from ramp room. He even has support there. The bomb is loose with 12 HP. Team Liquid, they handle the outside take.
There's a kill for Voxic here, and maybe a second, but he's being pincered at this point. They can start swarming his position.
Wow.
Good effort there. I have to say, making the round competitive towards the end, but it seemed like a bit of a fumble towards outside. They had one smoke deployed towards a secret position, but the other one, I assume, failed. I'm not sure if they even had to begin with, but if you're going to send 5 players quickly outside, you do need a bit of cover, just so they don't know that all 5 are heading in that position. They got all the information they could possibly need at that point. Elige hitting all the shots required there, denying the plant. When the bomb went down on the lower bomb side ramp itself, just there, that's when the round was done for me. But Voxic, good job actually getting a couple of frags. Not going to force buy into the second round. Here's the full eco to bring out AKs in the third. So just going to try and get the bomb down lower and get a plant down here. That'd be fantastic to see Frozen. He's got one objective in mind. Just get down towards that side of the map. And the MP9, I don't think that's going to deny it. So he actually has a chance to get this bomb planted, which he does. That's a success in their book.
Yeah, no doubt about that. He had an MP9, and that was perhaps the difference maker. Had it been the FAMAS, the Scout, anything else, that bomb would not have gone down, but just enough in the tank, and they managed to make a full eco. Bare $800 extra in the pocket of every single member of Mouse coming into this one. Woxic will even grab himself a little P250 on his way out. So Liquid will start with their 2-0, but now it is going to shift. And that, by it, that vague word I just used, is of course the buy. You'll see that the advantage looks firmly in the hands of mousesports for round 3.
Yeah, it's a very strong setup here. The kills they found in the first round, the bomb plant in the second, it looks very good, and they're up against a shotgun. That's for Nitro. One of the few maps you'll see that come out consistently. And we've got MP9 vs Stewie 2K as well. Scout for Nafly. So in terms of firepower, mousesports can have every advantage they could possibly ask for here. And it's a fast push towards outside. That's going to be Frozen, trying to make his way towards Secret. And a little ramp stack there aggressively towards the trophy room as the CTs will look to react towards lobby.
Really is all on his own, Frozen, and look at the timing on this flank. He's so quick from behind. There's no way Carrigan was expecting that. Stewie can punish and disappear in a puff of smoke as one does get deployed behind on his exit. Frozen, he had to quit his campaign up into the lower site. Nitro's at mag 7, could not be better suited for holding the hut and catches Rops.
Brave from Naf. No real reason to challenge outside, but he gets away with it for now. Frozen isolated towards our main entrance, and, well, he's been taken care of now. Lovely shot there. Should be a foregone conclusion in terms of the round. A difficult setup there for Team Liquid, but they managed to keep 4 players alive, only losing Elige in the process as well, up against a fully equipped mousesports there. The lobby crunch was absolutely perfect. We saw their aggressive stance there towards that trophy room. As soon as they got intel, there's going to be an outside play there. That's when they pushed through, and Carrigan, as you mentioned, didn't see it coming at all. Stewie 2K helps himself to a frag, falls back, gets the smoke down, and at that point, the shotgun comes into its own on top of the hut. So no bomb planted there. Getting up to maximum loss minus next round. They'll take a partial buy here with Desert Eagles and armor. No utilities, just going for those long-range headshots, presumably towards outside. With 3 players there. Nitro spots the first and makes light work of him.
Yeah, it was Chris J just feeling confident with that deagle. It's a tight line. Nitro had no issues though, and he continues to just keep the presence on outside, and great support in Naf. A quick dispatch of another. They are just collapsing. In fact, advancing now is Elige. Likely going to be finding Frozen. It's so interesting that mousesports chose to take it to Nuke. Of course, the desk touched on it, and I'm sure we'll continue to discuss it as we see where the justification comes, whether or not it's going to be once the weapons are firmly in their hands. We've only seen one glimpse of the weapon round so far.
Well, it is Vertigo next as well. It's a map we're seeing more and more of now. Teams getting more confidence in general, but mousesports, they were more than happy to play it a few months ago in its previous iteration. We haven't seen them much recently, but Liquid, pretty unstoppable on the map themselves. So that's going to be very interesting to see whether mousesports can turn up in that fashion. I like the fact that Liquid picked it as well. Like they'd float it for sure. I wouldn't expect them to pick the map. So that's going to be a cool map pool to play out as we get into what should be the first real gun round here. We have got one MP9 out in the hands of Stewie 2K. That's absolutely fine. Going to keep that money nice and strong if he can. Up against 4 Kriegs, make it 3 and 2 AK-47s. So it's slower round here. Holding on to the majority of their smokes. They still have 5 of them. So outside play coming a little bit later than usual. Naf's towards Secret this time. He's got himself the Krieg at the CT steps. Actually in towards the warehouse.
Very common angle, especially with that AUG. He's going to be able to do so much damage. Not even an AUG, even better, the Krieg. 4 into CTs. 2 of them in play already. An additional bonus of Naf's position is with the sound cue as well. If Frozen ever starts stepping, they'll have that info for free and entirely safely. Carrigan looks like he's going to try and get the molly set up for top site. Stewie's the only one responsible for ramp, though. He's only got an MP9, Hank. He could really struggle here.
Yeah, ideally 1 kill, drop down, but that's a difficult task in itself. You'll hear the footsteps now. Just looking at that 1 kill. Can he get the hell out of there, though? He actually challenges for 2. That's not bad. Much more than he was worth there. He's going to be happy with that. Had he gone down with 1 in a trade, that would have been disappointing. But with an MP9, he continues to farm cash. Another $1,200 in the bank. And a 4 versus 3 gifted to Team Liquid here. They have ramp control, but got 25 seconds to really do anything with it. Not really enough. The bomb is alone. Robs is towards the ramp room, and Nitro, he's playing this perfectly. Just there on the bomb site, making sure he denies absolutely everything. It's not a common position with the CTs at all. 1 kill would seal the deal.
And a kill elsewhere. This one is pretty much confirmed. Nitro is the one to confirm with the final shot. 6 seconds. There's no real time for Frozen to try and get that bomb down. He knows it, accepts it, and now just wants to try and keep hold of that Krieg for the next. A little bit of an investigation from Nitro, perhaps. So caught.
Big.
Elige. Just as time passed, he's left with $500 in his pocket and a bit of a blush on his cheeks.
Yeah, he thought he was safe there. It didn't feel like there was going to be a swing from the CTs whatsoever, but of course there was. 5-0 now in favor of Team Liquid on the CT side of Nuke. It was the double kill of the MP9. Very patient and positioned perfectly. Stewie 2K does a lot of damage to the third as well, and that's that final frag coming in to deny any cash for Frozen in the next round. He'll be stuck with a Glock. No armor as his teammates partially buy into the next round. They've got a Scout and some Deagles, which are doing great work here. Vox has opened things up. Carrigan down to 1 HP, but still they have the man advantage, unable to recover the weapon. So what's the play now? No grenades, of course. Unable to recover the weapon up against Kriegs and M4s. Plenty of time, but there's no real reason for the CDs to challenge outside any further now. You see Naf. He knows with that angle they won't have smokes. They can't really cross over towards Secret. Boosting on T-Red. Robs will have to scout for now.
Oh, he gets given an opportunity in the blink of an eye. Naf deals with him, though. Kevlar for the majority of the remaining members of Mouse. Carrigan's a non-factor. 1 HP to his name, and already Woxic has that scout taken away from him. Liquid handling this one, keeping them at arm's length, not letting those fights get too close quarters. Chris J had an opportunity, but Naf ensures it doesn't spiral. A nice, neat and tidy Liquid find their 6th with 4 men still standing.
$15,000 for Naf.
Ooh.
11K for Elysian Twist. They're looking absolutely fine financially, Alex. This is going to be a very solid half on them. 6-0 so far. No orb coming out on the T side as of yet. They're going to rely on the Kriegs and AKs once again. They want to change the pacing up a little bit now. They want to go for a set piece, perhaps. Still very early days, but I haven't seen anything that's really made Team Liquid sweat too much here as they set up the initial smokes towards outside, just to block vision. Snapflight making his way in main entrance. 2 players towards ramp at the start. I dare say Elige, has he dropped down? We'll have a look. He has. He's gone down towards Secret. So he'll be rotating around, and Snapflight rattles off a shot towards Squeaky Door, this time not connecting.
He's going close quarters. He wants to stay there. It's a hard shot to hit. The flick's not there, but Twist is 2. We'll find Chris J before mousesports can really continue their advance. And just like that, 3-4 frags in favor of Liquid before there's any response. By that point, Rops was only taking the first step and the most ridiculous of 1 versus 5s. It's just not realistic. Instead, there is a chance. He doesn't know it, but Twist could be advancing into his crosshairs. A hard shot to hit, and, well, he profits from it. 2 kills to his name. And with 60 seconds left in this round, mousesports yet to get off the starting mark on their map pick. Around this point, I think I'd start getting extra sweaty palms, Henry.
Yeah, we'll see. 7-0, not a great place to be, but it is the T-side of Nuke.
Yep.
3-4 rounds is enough. I say that with bated breath, considering the map has kind of started leaning towards a bit more, not necessarily a T-sided affair, but more viable with the Greeks coming out. We're seeing a lot more
We've definitely moved
T-rounds.
from, like, a 10-5, a 12-3 to more of like a 9-7.
Yeah.
We've definitely seen transitions like that. Bad maths, though, of course. 9-6 is how maths works.
Yeah, well,
Close enough.
it was close, you know. That's all we ever ask for from you.
19 seconds as Rops is just procedurally going to see if he can get that bomb down, but sound cute. Bomb being planted. He is getting pushed on. He can hear it. Dancing with Naf, and oh, no, he can't. Naf will just pick him up in the end. A giggle from the coach, Adren behind Liquid, and yet to get off the start.
Now, I've got a very special treat for you, ladies and gentlemen. It's what we're calling the virtual breakdown.
Quick one here, guys. I just want to be talking about some key utility we've seen mousesports use thus far. Look at this Molotov coming in here. It's going to be making sure that this smoke wall goes down every single time, and Frozen and mousesports will be able to get control of Secret with no dramas. That's the first piece of utility. The second one I want to look at here is this Molotov from Rops. This has come into vogue recently. We get to see a Molotov thrown that goes through the windows, landing on the top of the hut. These could be keys to success coming on through for mousesports, but so far they've only found 1 opening kill. Back to you guys in the cast.
Thank you very much, Chaddy. That was our timeout tactics. Love that we can get immediate breakdowns, and that's going to be a tool I'm looking forward to seeing it refined and played with over the course of this tournament.
Yeah, they've certainly got their homework done at this point, though. It's the fragging power, now pure dominance of Team Liquid that is running away with this. Any openings mousesports are finding it is completely shut down within a blink of an eye as we take another partial buy here. Smoke deployed to...
I keep seeing that smoke from Liquid. What's their purpose of it? Is it just to stop any
It's just
long line?
blocking vision from that nice gap you can get on the T side, you know, making sure you can't actually have players behind you covering the cross towards the CT boxes there. So overall, this is looking decent. Once again for Team Liquid, nothing really to write home about. Bit of damage inflicted at the start. We've got Voxic, Carrigan, and now a headshot from Rops. That's towards Stewie 2K. He's going to try and get that weapon as quickly as he can, which he does. They've managed to get these openings before. It was a 5-4, and then it still ended with 4 players surviving on the CT side. Nice swerve from Rops, doing decent damage towards Naf. Can't quite find the kill. Stage, though. Are any more CTs going to present themselves? Rampurum is under the remit of mousesports here. Elige will get 1 at least. That's Voxic removed. Currently sits on 3 and 7. Nice shot of the AWP through the box. Takes Carragher down.
Still another round that kind of rides on Rops, and Christie, he was allowed to sneak out. Twists, he was sleeping at the wheel. Will manage to get the trade eventually, though, and Frozen dealing with Elige. By that, we've got a bit of a round now. The bomb can be retrieved. Rops, let's not forget his scavenged M4. Frozen, albeit low, has himself a Krieg on his back. Now, he's wielding that. 24 seconds. Where's that bomb off to? Rops is still outside. They're going to have to go towards the upper site. 15 seconds. 1 towards the CT vent. Twist is in a prime position, has to be cleared, and oh no, they didn't quite time it right in a perfect hold. Crossfire maintained, and so is Liquid's untouched CT side.
8-0.
Max money bleeding out of them now. Like, he's struggling to spend his pennies now. Naf is desperately asking to buy someone a gift.
Yeah, he's got so much cash, even after reinvestment and an AWP in his hand. $15,000 to his name. A couple of nice shots at the Desert Eagle here coming in from Rops, but Naf, he manages to seal the deal here. Chris J got a lovely kill towards upper as well, but he had Twist above him, lying in wait, and a double AWP setup. This is where Liquid really do start to feel themselves. Like, it's not normally like the most viable setup, but when you get going like this and you're hitting all your shots, having an AWP towards ramp in the hands of Stewie 2K and Naf, this being a little more dynamic, it can be very powerful indeed. As Frozen makes his way towards the main entrance now. Yet to pick up a round here. And remember, this was picked by mousesports. Yeah. Really doesn't bode well.
I mean, if you didn't quite catch what Stewie said, he said, you picked Nuke for this?
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
I like that. That's good old-fashioned banter.
Yeah, getting
classic.
it. You know, leaping and shouting and hollering at the LAN hall. It's the same thing, just hundreds of thousands on the line. And Stewie, of course, recently breaking records. First North American player to have 1 million in prize money earnings.
Congrats. I remember when I got there last year. It was a good feeling.
Yeah, the big 1M.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. Nitro, they know exactly where he is, and Rops has snuck out. And unfortunately, Chris J, the other prong of the attack, was cut down to size. Twist is under pressure, though, and Rops, through the smoke, does connect. This is looking like Mouse's first. Stewie with just that AWP. He's loud. Oh, and he's going to be feeling proud. Nearly a second. Will descend immediately, rather stylishly. 35 seconds will have the M4 for his best bet, his best shot at this.
You can see the weaknesses of the double orb setup. When things get a bit frantic and close range, that's when it can start to shrink, but still a fighting chance here. Stewie 2K makes his way through secret. The bomb's only just been planted here, making a lot of noise, trying to bait out these shots if possible. Robs with the secondary T-side orb now.
2 orbs.
Yeah, we'll be closing things down. They'll throw one away and recover the M4A4. That's the first run on the board, and it's going to be 10 frags there for Robs. He's at the very tippity top of the scores, carrying at the bottom of 1 and 9. Need to start finding a few rounds in a row now. They're going to stand any chance of taking this cash down for Team Liquid. He's even leads with the first frag there towards outside. Stewie 2K with the no-scope on the ladder. That is incredibly difficult to land, but Robs to finish things off there. Good stuff from mousesports. Hopefully the start of many.
Yeah, hoping, crossing my fingers and toes for more resistance on this T side, but you've painted it the picture beforehand, and I think it bears repeating that T-side Nuke, albeit with the changes and the new weapons, mousesports, they've still got a real shot at keeping this close and competitive coming into their defense. They picked this for a reason, and I'm sure there's more.
They just need a foundation, right?
Yeah.
They can get 3 rounds is even enough, right? If it's your map pick, like your CT side's going to be just as strong, right?
Nav's found a little bit of an opportunity to peek over these flames, and he might punish. He does. Lovely exploitation. Exploitation? That's not a word. Lovely exploit from Nav. Just sees there's a little bit of room to maneuver behind that Molotov. Catches Frozen completely unaware. There's a gap in the smoke on the cross. They won't be able to deny that information. They do deny the life, though. Nitro does get caught out, and Karrakin doubles up into the site with a man advantage. Elige, though, looking to keep them at arm's length. Again, we trade in. Woxic, though, paying a heavy price. He's down to 5. Stewie and Naf with AWPs. That damage makes even less of an impact.
Yeah, this is where I really don't like the double AWP setup on CD side and Nuke. You're not as agile. You're unable to really surprise the opposition, especially when they have the advantages here. You're hoping for mistakes to come through on their side, and at this point, you might be better off to saving the AWPs. Definitely going to be looking around to see what's possible, but Chris J's in such a prime position to close this one out if Stewie does want to overstep the mark here. He's been naded, flashed off, and now taken down. I don't think we'll be seeing that double open to the next. So they have got one more buy on them, but Nav will have to save what he has right now in the most common position on the map to do so. That's in CT spawn. He's going to have $9,000. He'll get an extra $1,900 on top of that. So he'll be able to drop a couple of weapons. That's if he survives, though. They need him to at this point. Good stuff from mousesports, though. 2 in a row. Just what they needed. It's down to Karrakin as well. He's 1 and 9 entering that round.
Perfect.
Manages to go towards that main entrance position. Take a couple of them down with the M4. No problem whatsoever. 8-2 now. Their campaign has officially begun here on the T side of Nuke. Here's the replay from Karrakin. He heard the spam coming in there from Nitro. Maybe a reload, a fallback. Takes advantage of it. Flashbang comes through. Yields himself 2 kills. And considering that's the second round, it doesn't matter what scoreline he had before. He just won that one pretty much single-handedly. Yeah,
that was a lovely opener. And I mean, the only consistent fragging presence they've had so far is Robs. Where's that Woxic AWP? Give me some of that. Give me some more of reminders of what Frozen's capable of. Talent oozing out of this mousesports roster, yet to really display itself here in Odense Day 2. An upper bracket game 1 to get them here. Liquid fresh off of a grand final defeat, but grand final nonetheless. mousesports have been having issues getting into tournaments. Their deep runs have been eluding them, and now Karrakin going to have some issues. Elige does catch 1. Chris J's down. Access to the ramp room granted, though, and there is still an opportunity for Naf to hold this very, very tight line. We'll think better of it. But with that control given, you can see the rotates come in the form of Stewie. Use this smoke now. The glass isn't broken. Worth mentioning, can't sneak through that smoke. Instead, just going to have to hold the window room. Nitro from Decon. The bomb going to be going down. Well, they can test. They'll give it a good go, albeit relatively passively. Bullets from 2 different directions, but the bomb is down. 4v4, post-plant now for Mouse in order to find 3 in a row.
Such a strong post-plant position, and even better from Robs as he gets a headshot towards the double door. That's Stewie 2K removed from the equation. We know the money's low now. Do they even fancy this one? Well, Nitro certainly does. Nice shot towards Shadow. We'll bring it back to an even keel. His Twist flashing out from the window room itself. Flashbang doesn't affect Karrigan at all. He knows he's got an AWP shot here. Needs to wait for his opportunity, but 2 frags out of nowhere. They know exactly where Frozen is now. Someone needs to start defusing that bomb right here, right now. Has it come in yet? Well, it has to at this point as well. I think they've just about got it. Looks absolutely fine as we'll get into another round victory there for Team Liquid. It wasn't looking likely at all, considering that bomb went down. If mousesports had a little bit more utility in that scenario, I dare say they win it. But 2 frags out of nowhere in the 3 versus 3 left Frozen with a very difficult task ahead of him.
And it was actually it looked like a bit of a silly death from Karrigan's POV, but just to add a bit of context of what I imagine he was doing is because they were jiggling, right? They were jiggling, using the gun to bait to try and pull that AWP shot for the AWPer to take the fight. Eventually, he just kind of had his aim resting in between the 2 targets, and they could take that fight with the AWP. Stewie found his 7th frag with it, and will maintain it. Double AWP, so Henry will hold his breath. Let's see, though, because an aggressive outside look from both sides. Look at Alicia's position. If he gets the timing right here, he can punish, and he can go on top of that red container. We've seen it once. Not this time. Woxic immediately aware and intuitive play from him. Another frag going the way of mousesports to start things off. They have descended. They have access to the lower site, and already 2 frags to the good.
5 on 3, 2 AWPs still alive and kicking though, however. It's going to be Stewie 2K and Naf holding the turrets with Twist on the M4. He'll be towards the upper bomb zone right now, sat at the CT vent. 5 on 3. Shouldn't be a world of mouse. Let's give this round up, especially that pre-fire coming in. Nice work from Chris J. Have to save the AWPs now. 9-3. Great stuff there. And this is where the double AWP set up. When they pick up the pace and they start using the smokes and removing vision like that, it's when things will get very dicey indeed. mousesports starting to look a little bit more efficient in the fragging department individually.
Yeah. Liquid's chances, they really hinged on Elige trying to make that ridiculous play.
It was a nice idea, right?
Yeah, I loved it.
But obviously one that's been done before, as they were more than ready to catch him as he vaulted up there on towards the T-Red.
Quick casting my eyes down the scoreboard, a clear discrepancy, and of course reminding you of what Davey was saying on the analyst desk. You know, a win condition for mousesports is their hard hitters. He mentioned Rops, but in the same breath, it was Frozen and it was Woxic. Now, clearly, there are some missing links at the moment in those win conditions outlined by our analyst. 3 rounds, however, was at the tip of Henry's tongue when talking about making this half manageable, and so we've already seen that over the course of the last 4.
Yeah, 3 was the necessity, I would say. It's enough to win the game. Yeah, that's the bare minimum to actually consider them taking the map. And now they can even bring this one back to 9-6. This will be a real test, though. The final buy for Team Liquid, finally that mountain of gold has been diminished. And they'll have to purchase up with what they can. It's an MP9 for Nitro. A couple of M4s brought into the mix, so they've saved AWPs. And, well, one of those has been removed quickly. Robs one step ahead of the curve, but it's a great setup here. Liquid do bring it back to a 4-on-4 very quickly. They did not anticipate a second player so close.
That's a rare 2-man early ramp setup from Team Liquid. And I mean, you can see how rare it is. The fact that Robs was running in with his knife out. He was definitely not expecting to see contact so soon. And now it's turned on its head. Rops' mind, they had ramp control. Now quite the opposite, smoked off and back towards spawn. Some outside smokes will be thrown. I pluralized and I was correct. Okay, at least the full wall has been established. A molly towards secret. All of the normal contingency plans start to take shape. Elige descending faster. Chris J will linger up the top side. This does seem like to be somewhat of a ruse. There's just going to be Nitro and Twist to deal with on top side.
Fly alone with the AWP at ramp. Twist waiting for opportunity here towards up. A very difficult position to flush out here. He gets himself a couple of frags, make it a triple. That's actually not bad at all. We saw ways to flush that position out earlier last week, Alex, with their NIP smokes being deployed. That was actually quite impressive. I haven't seen anyone else try that since. Only saw them try it once, to be fair to you. But that's one way you can actually remove vision from that very advantageous position. You can see how difficult that is to actually look up there and even spot a CT up there in towards a catwalk position.
It wasn't even just the smoke NIP through. That was followed by 2 perfect flashbangs.
All right. With a Molotov on the huts, if you drop down, flash in the flames. If not, you're in the actual entrance to the hut itself as well.
if you missed it, worth checking out, but there is a smoke that would have solved that particular position that we just saw Twist find 3 round-winning frags from. Ragin, coach of mousesports, looking to keep morale high to maintain it. Mousesports, multiple occasions, just running into the meat grinder. This is no exception. Well handled by Twist. You can see how little he has to adjust his crosshair to find 3 and another round for Liquid.
Yeah, he's just beaming on Alex. That's impressive work with the M4.
Straight beaming.
Straight beaming. Well, okay then. 10-3. Mousesports with a chance to get 5 on the board here. They're going to pick up the pace towards outside. Same smokes deployed. Ooh. Oh, maybe not though. Oops. The incendiary. Oh, no. It ruins absolutely everything. Unleash can stay alive now, be fantastic, but his teammates arrive on the scene of the crime just in the nick of time. And we'll see it go down to a 5-on-2. Chris J and Rops didn't anticipate that counter incendiary to come through and deny absolutely everything now. CT's a little bit too active for my liking, but Nafly, he does what he wants as he finds another kill from the secret position. Robs will get at least 1 kill here, maybe a second. Still got 100 HP as he dances, ducks and weaves on top of the main entrance here. Tagged by the AWP, but only down to 70.
Shoots to mask the drop. Flank coming in from Stewie. And a flank from everywhere. God, he can't hold all of that. Lovely aggression from Liquid. Well calculated, and an 11th on mousesports map pick. Hunting that trophy. The one that eluded them just moments ago, it feels like. Over at Dallas for the ECS Season 8 finals. Now here for EPL Season 10. And Liquid, look at Elise just exploiting that gap they manufactured. 2 quick frags, no issues, and a chance for 4. One final time for mousesports before this half concludes.
They were so committed on that. They wanted the smokes to bloom just as they crossed, of course, and then when one player went, everyone else had to go as well. It's going to be pistols and 1 AK-47 here. 12-3.
Look at him go.
It's workable, but Frozen now, he actually makes his way towards upper, but Twist, he's there, ready and waiting. Naf and Elise chiming in as well. The 1 AK doing some work here, and it's Chris J. Not really much left to do, I'm afraid. It's going to be a very convincing half from Team Liquid on their opposition's pick of Nuke as well. A solid CT hold with plenty of double AWP setups in there as well. They didn't really have to break a sweat at all, Alex. A strong performance throughout.
Yeah, it was absolute masterclass from Liquid's CT side. It ends 12-3. They strung so many rounds together. Elise, of course, a spectacular 3K in the pistol. A beautiful start to what was a gorgeous half. Stewie, of course, holding ramp room early with the SMG. It was a massacre. mousesports stabilized just a little. Let's see how they fare on their defense.
Ay, push start, ayy. Ball so hard, ayy. Raise the bar, ayy. Turn into a star, ayy. Play my part, yeah. I aim too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay. Live it up. Cause it's fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. Ain't slowing down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy. What about too hard? Ayy, what about too hard? Ayy, about too hard, yeah. I'm killing your favorite rapper, it's minimum effort. Yeah, your corpse getting severed. The industry dry as a desert. Do whatever it is that you think that you're doing, I'm doing it better. Straight double use, that's my letter. Don't got no snakes, only ladders, ayy. They tryna figure out what's on our plate. Infinity sideways, we already ate. Skipping this basics, skipping this classes. Stay out of trouble, now I can relate. Nevertheless, I'm doing great. I just finished this thing, ain't no debate. You ain't my dog, you ain't my family, and sure as hell, you're not my mate. Yeah, I take my place at the summit. I can't wait till we countin' them hundreds. I cannot lie, I ain't rich, yeah, but when I say my time coming, it's coming. And some of y'all got ahead of me, to be honest, I wasn't even running. But very soon I'ma run it. I demand it, man, I want it. Push start, ayy. Ball so hard, ayy. Raise the bar, ayy. Turn into a star, ayy. Play my part, yeah. I aim too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay. Live it up. Cause it's fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. Ain't slowing down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy. What about too hard? Ayy, what about too hard? Ayy, about too hard, ayy. They not gon' like this. Don't like surprises. I cause a crisis. Man, I'm a scientist. With the music, I spice things. Up to my liking. Man, I want nice things, nice things. That's not an AK, it's a Uzi. I pull up and shoot it to movie. I'm chasing the bag, not a coochie. Cut ties with the fake, now it's Gucci. Word of my niggas from the 021. You count 6 shots and I count 2 guns. Some people still think I rap just for fun, but soon they look up to me just like the sun. Yeah, you can come over here. Swear it's like no career. Swear you got no idea. Soon you'll have no career. Take a good look in the mirror. They need to know that I'm here. Don't you act like it ain't clear. Yeah. Push start, ayy. Ball so hard, ayy. Raise the bar, ayy. Turn into a star, ayy.
Final best of 3 of our second day here from the ESL Pro League's 10th season finals. We're in Odense again, we return. And now Liquid are just 4 rounds away from picking up mousesports map pick. Yes, we only just got back from the half,
yeah.
and that is the reality. You are hearing the dulcet tones of Henry G. And mousesports, they picked this map for a reason. It's time for them to show us what it is. What have they got in store? A pistol win is the only necessary start.
Yeah, and they need to deny the plant if possible as well. There has to be a very clean pistol encounter here. Up against 2 smokes and a Molotov. It will be 3 sets of Kevlar on the Team Liquid side. And they're sending 3 players towards outer as well. We're going to have to... fast pace as well. The smoke's already deployed, so they're going to be crossing over. This is what mousesports want to do on their T-pistol. Remember, they didn't have the second smoke. It all kind of fell apart at the seams as we head down towards lower now. Voxic's ready and waiting. So powerful, that P2000, but only good for 1 this time. Doesn't really help them out too much. And now, at this point, Liquid have removed vision from lower for the CTs. Rotations required, and they know it as well, but a good shot from Carrigan does keep them in the round.
Yeah, he's going to keep mousesports firmly feet planted on that upper site as well. They haven't over-rotated, still just 1 towards the lower sides of ramp. Jakey on the observer now, you can see him. Concentration stations. Naf, however, catching Carrigan. Second kill for Naf in this one, and Chris J about to have a... oh, he got the shoulder, and now he punishes. Twist shut down, and now advantage maintained. mousesports 2 frags away from this necessary pistol round, and it does look like the initial target will be their final. Yeah,
I felt like this should have been the objective anyway. When you've got that much presence down towards lower, you found that quick kill as well, you should be capitalizing upon that. The fact they've only got pistols, but still, Nafly has found a way. His 3rd kill of the round, the bomb to be planted. He said that was something they had to try and avoid, and this round still might fall apart here. 2 versus 1, however. Nitro with the P2000, 100 HP, and a couple of flashbangs, but down he goes. Quick push from Chris J does yield the successful pistol victory there, but the bomb got planted with 3 kills from Naf. You can almost guarantee they'll be buying up next round.
So the new challenge, it wasn't the first, it was the pistol. The new challenge is going to be weathering the 2nd round. All that extra finance, that puts 4K on Naf. He can personally buy the Krieg and the full armor. mousesports will piece together their buy. Let's see Voxic's first opener. Naf was so quick to trade this. It was a phenomenal attempt from Naflight. The fact that he gets that shot as well, he has to get double dink, and he just back-to-back bullets into drops.
Yeah, very impressive scenes there. But as we mentioned, the buy will be coming out. It's going to be a Krieg for Naf, AK-47 for Stewie, and Twist using the new look Galil. Yes, they have got substantial firepower here and a good amount of smokes and flashbangs to boot as well. Nitro making his way in towards the ramp area as Twist. We're looking for the first pick outside, up against the FAMAS there. Looking to see if he can take down Voxic.
Boosting onto T-Red very early into the piece. Interesting floor bang from Elige. And he does go straight down the barrel of Voxic. More damage inflicted towards Chris J as well, but it will be Liquid finally converting things. Voxic tagged up and now fragged up.
Yeah, ideally want to give that Galil to Elige now if possible. He's got armor there. Now with the rifle, not that useful, which is 17 points of health, but Elige seems capable of holding outside. Doesn't need the upgraded power near. They've got the man advantage for now. Chris J down to 38. 40 seconds on the clock, however. CT's with 1 smoke remaining. Robs with a very passive hold towards the heaven position. Ramp is open for business right now. In terms of lower presence, can't be much down there. See if the CTs can hold on to this. Carrigan tries to scramble down the vents, but it's ChrisJ to find them at least an equalizing frag.
20 seconds as that bomb goes down. There is zero chance they can really contest this. Carrigan can have a go with his FAMAS, but 3 players peek him at the same time, and so now advantage for Liquid in so very many different ways. Nade will be sniffed at. And here comes the push. A flash doesn't catch them, and it's being handled oh so well by Liquid. Another frag important here from Frozen, now 2v2. They don't have the kit currently, it was on Carrigan. Smoke on towards that bomb, but they're so low. And on the cross, great catch from Chris. And they need to clear this out, and already one. Land a second straight through the smoke. Nafly came to play. 2 3Ks in 2 rounds back-to-back.
That's massive from Naf. 13-4. It looked like mousesports had something to say about that as well. It didn't look like they would do with the low HP they had, but still comes down to the 2 versus 1. Didn't have kits ever. The smoke on the bomb certainly made things uncomfortable for Team Liquid, but Nafly controlled and disciplined in the approach, making sure that every bullet counted at this point. That was the most important kill. This had to land 1 on ChrisJ in that smoke, and with 35 bullets in the magazine there, I'm sure is absolutely fine. As we see the force spike come in response, it could be one of the last few rounds here of Nuke, because all they've got is 4 pistols and a FAMAS losing HP at the start already. ChrisJ down to 67. They could all know this is a force spike coming back at them, so don't need to force the issue here. Work together, use the utility, try and flush them out one by one.
ChrisJ, great catch. They bided their time, they waited for the spray, the reloads, and now they're connecting 2 Deagle frags as Twists does find one back, claws it back from the lobby area. Liege does manage to arrive through main, but they're still not quite on towards the site. It's Frozen to contest, and his smoke will keep them at bay. A big frag from Robs. Galil versus AK, and another one onto Nitro. They can't get down these without conceding a whole lot of bullets. It's actually going to be Frozen pushing this, and Twist is bothering to wait. Can you believe it? He's making a good go of this. Robs has already got 3, but this last one's going to be the hardest. 20 points of health. Twist's a lovely linger playing around that smoke, and he's got Robs' number. He knows exactly where he's coming from. Twist pulls home 14. mousesports, they've had chances, but every single time, heroics from the hardcore squad of Liquid. We talk about their individuals. Well, they're taking it in turns to show us what they got.
Yeah, that was very well played from mousesports. The initial 2 kills were theirs, a 5 versus 3, but of course, Liquid able to grind out the round. Problem is, unless you get that one on the board, doesn't count for a whole lot there. Comes down to a 1-on-1 sure, but they couldn't win it in the end. They're going to have to force buy once more. CZs, 5-7s, can't let it go on 15-5. They pretty much have to buy at this point. Scout for Voxic, no shotguns or SMG spotted. Another difficult round here, but decent damage inflicted at the start, at least to Elige, but he pulls one back with Twists, and they get the opening kill. Remember, pick of mousesports this one. Moving on to Vertigo next, no less.
Yeah, it seems almost backwards. Liquid picking Vertigo, of course, we saw that most recently in Dallas, and they were victorious in their map pick against Astralis in that grand final. Unfortunately for them, they couldn't quite convert it. A reverse sweep put the Danes another trophy in the cabinet for Astralis. Both in attendance here, though, in Odense. A chance for a rematch should Liquid pick this one up as well.
Yes, good point. Flashbang towards up. Looking for map points here. What a convincing performance has been so far. Just trying to remove all the utility.
They've still got utility to throw as well, so they just wanted to draw out that last little smoke towards the hut, then go again.
Well, it's worked out quite nicely. The 5-7 will have to do some remarkable work. You've got a CZ on the hut as well. That will be flushed out momentarily. And there it is. Stewie to open things up. Does he check the close corner? Absolutely does. Nitro. He'll confirm things now and bring it into a 5 versus 2. Aware of the flank twists. Well, now leave us in a 5-on-1. Voxic with Scout. No defuse kit, but he has got a tag, but I think he stays a number. They know exactly where he is, but they don't necessarily need to challenge him too much.
That molly from Twists works in 2 different ways. Not only does it clear out hut, but it spreads into that close corner Carrigan was hiding in. He got forced to take that fight by one Molotov. Twist even getting the assist. Powerful, powerful grenade. Solves 2 problems in 1. Restraint from Liquid as well, not to just go on the first burst of utility. They figured they'd make the best shot of it, and they've made mousesports look silly. It's 15-4 on mousesports map pick. They thought they had them in the veto, at least. I mean, there's clear game plan here, whether it was preparation, whether it was just, you know, a confidence in their own game. But now, I mean, round 20, and this feels like the last round of play on our first map.
Yeah, I think you might be right there. 3 Deagles, a couple of scouts. That is about it. Good HE grenade, at least. That's going to take Unleash down to 32. But they can put the brakes on at this point. No one needs to rush. No one needs to commit to any sort of choke points by themselves. If ever you're going to close out a game against pistols and scouts, would be an idyllic way to do so. A quick one, at least. Previous series, every map felt like it went the entire distance. We had 2 30-rounders and then an overtime affair as well. Chris J, bit of a demon with the scout, does open things up. Stewie 2K removed. So, a few more twists and turns here, apparently.
Wow. What? Perhaps it was just because it's in the small screen, but that wallbang from Chris J did look ridiculous onto Stu. Frozen adamant he wants to hold this close. He's got the perfect weapon for the job, but this initial utility from Liquid does not deter him. He will maintain this aggressive hold. Comes the Molotovs. Just as they come out, though, that's his cue, and not just one, not just two, it's 3. Frozen single-handedly pulls the crucial round in favor of mousesports. Just to finish it off is Nitro. Last man standing, a gorgeous piece from Frozen. He had the timing absolutely bang on, and now what can you do? 10 seconds, just look to keep hold of your AK and explain to your teammates what on earth just happened. They can go shopping. There'll be AKs aplenty for them to scoop up and save for the long campaign back into this CT side. You know, this could be another 15, 20 minutes of Counter-Strike.
It absolutely could be. A map like Nuke as well. You could see Team Liquid a little bit apprehensive to make their final commitment, all holding up, waiting for an opportunity there. It was Stewie 2K that went down first. Was it straight up?
No, he must have just been in the corner. It was!
Dude, that's insane.
Wow, it looked like I had to second guess it. See this from Frozen again. Body shots, but the third? Who's that? Naf caught sleeping. Couldn't find the bullets fast enough.
Well, it took a trophy room wallbang there, but they'll take it, that's for sure. Good grenade damage once again. There is a buy here from Liquid. Had to drop one weapon, but quickly making their way towards the lower area through Secret. Now flying towards the extremities as they continue their assault here. Frozen, the absolute hero of the previous round. He's going to be gifted opportunity for a couple here. Does 1.5, and it's a 4 versus 4, but he's the only player towards lower. For now, that is true, but Rob's rotating in from ramp. He's got the Krieg in hand, looking towards Decon now and encroaching towards the window position.
He kind of is acting like he wants to contest that fight. In the meantime, Carrigan caught by Naf late, and Elige taking another leap in that direction. 2 frags now is all it will take for Liquid to secure Mouse's map. They have access to the lower site, but the CTs, they want to contest, and well, that's been met by Elige's lead. Woxic, the only one not dead, and now that's changed. Elige confirms it, and Liquid, a dominant and statement made on Nuke. It goes to Vertigo next. It's all completely backwards, but we do get to see a dominant stomp to start things off for Liquid.